The body of knowledge and practice known as mathematics drew on contribution from thinkers of all of age and from around the world. It gives us a way to understand the patterns, quantity, relationship, and predict the future. The science of mathematics is focused with the logic of shape, quantity, and order. Math is present in our every aspect of our life, everything in our daily life based on it, including mobile gadget, ancient and modern architecture, arts, money, engineering, and even sports.
Importance of mathematics in this modern world is that math can help you solve problems in everyday life so that your life is easier. For example, buying groceries where you use the math in order to solve the total prices.
As a student, math is important in our modern world. Everyone uses mathematics in our daily life, and most of the time they are unaware of it. Our society will be losing a vital component if they didn't have math.
Patterns in nature are visible, regular forms found in the natural world. The patterns are just so beautiful and remarkable. Patterns in mathematics are much more than a repeating pattern of shape. Patterns are a sequence of number or object which follow a certain rule to remain the same or change. The importance of the pattern to us, we can produce beautiful and orderly work when we have a pattern to follow. Symmetry, when two halves of something are similar. It is said to be symmetrical. Drawing a mirror line down the middle of a shape and seeing if both halves are identical is a good way to check for symmetry. In other words, symmetry exists when two or more identical parts face each other or revolve around an axis.
Symmetry means that when you move one shape in some way, such as turning, flipping, or sliding it, it becomes identical to another. To be symmetrical, two objects must be the same size and shape, with one object oriented differently than the other. A single object, such as space, can have symmetry. Geometry, nature, and shapes are all based on symmetry. It generates patterns that assist us in the fundamentally organizing our world. We see symmetry but all of the time but don't realize it. In their work, people use symmetric concepts such as translation, rotation, reflections, and tessellation.
A fractal is a pattern that never ends in mathematics. Fractals are formed by repeatedly doing the same thing. You can make fractals out of numbers or fractal images. Fractals can even be found in natural world. Yes, we can observe math in action in our daily lives.
Fibonacci patterns is a set of numbers that starts with a 1 or a 0 followed by a 1 and proceeds based on the rule that each number, called a Fibonacci number, is equal to the sum of preceding two numbers. In math, the sequence is defined as an ordered list of numbers which follows a specific pattern. The numbers present in the sequence are called terms. Here are the examples of Fibonacci patterns. The importance of Fibonacci pattern. We observe that many of natural things follow the Fibonacci sequence. For example, play a vital role in phyllotaxis, which studies the arrangement of leaves, branches, flower, or seeds in plants, with the main aim of highlighting the existence of regular patterns. Tessellation pattern. A tessellation or tiling of a flat surface is the covering of a plane using one or more geometric shapes called tiles with no overlaps and no gaps. In mathematics, tessellations can be generalized to higher dimensions and a variety of geometries. A periodic tiling also has a repeating pattern. Here are the examples of tessellation patterns. The importance of tessellation pattern in nature. Tessellations form a class of patterns found in nature. Tessellating patterns are abstract and non-representational, which makes their interpretation open to the imagination of all people. Also, because of their characteristics and decorative aesthetic, tessellations were used in art and architecture alike, providing covering for walls, pavements, and ceilings of many facilities.
Technology. Technology is the collection of all techniques, skills, methods, and process used in the production of goods or services or achievement of goals such as scientific research. The use of mathematics. Because math is involved in every technology, we required calculation everywhere. To advance technology, we must conduct a widely research that yields the best results. This was determined by mathematics and statistical experimentation. We have here the examples. First, predicting the weather. Second, computer circuits. And third, public transportation. Engineering. Engineering is the application of scientific principles to the design and construction of machines, structures, and other objects such as bridges, tunnels, roads, vehicles, and buildings. The use of mathematics. Mathematics is an important part of engineering because it is used in almost every branch. Engineers can easily calculate data such as height of an existing structure, the measurement of an angle, or the distance between 2 points by using math. It is a tool used in the process of problem solving. We have here the examples. First, construction. Second, robotics. And third, rockets and satellites.
Mathematics has a major role in terms of media, like for example, digital marketing. Most metrics will be calculated for you by various analytical programs and software services. You don't need to have it calculated by yourself. The role of mathematics in medicine and health. Nowadays, mathematics is being successfully applied to a number of important fields in medicine. For example, doctors need to figure out how many milligrams of medication each patient will need, depending on their weight. If the weight of the patient is only in pound, doctors need to convert that measurement to kilogram and then find the amount of milligrams for the prescription.
And lastly, finance and business. The rising of management of funds by businesses refers to the business finance. The financial manager, who is normally near of the top of the company's organizational structures, is the charge of planning, analysis, and control activities. There are examples of the finance and business. 1. Supply chains. 2. Loans. And 3. Pricing strategy. The importance of finance and business. It helps students to understand the difference between value and price, as well as their role of impact in the business decision can make every day. It also helps in the creation of value in the comprehension of values long-term impacts.